Here, my God. Yo, I got a very special guest coming straight out of Columbus, Ohio. Denzel Osang, ball player. Without further ado, we have to introduce him because he will be in the building. He will be taking care of his business on April 26th and 27th, 2025 in NOLA, New Orleans. He's coming with it. So without further ado, talk to the crowd, talk to the coaches, let them know your name, let them know who you are and what you're going to bring to the table. I'm quiet. Go ahead.
All right, my name is Denzel Osang. Come all the way from Columbus, Ohio, like Coach Ivan just said. And one thing you can really expect from me, I'm just gonna go get it. Just like I'm just a go-getter. Like anything that you want.
Come closer to the screen. Come closer to the screen because I see some type of shadows right there.
Right. Yeah, anything that you ask for me, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm a player's coach, so that's what you're gonna expect out of me.
That's the part. Listen, I already did a bunch of interviews, and that was I haven't heard anyone make that first statement. So, coach is right there. You heard it first. He's a player's coach. And let me tell you something. It's very interesting that you make that statement because I'm going to tell you why, D. Being coachable is able to take an assignment and execute it. A lot of guys think being coachable is yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, no. No, it's almost becoming a coach yourself in order to be the best player you can be. You get what I'm saying to you? So now if a coach give you a set of directions, you're saying to yourself, okay, how this is going to apply against this guy or this team, so on and so forth. And that's why sometimes guys just love to play the game, but they don't want to think the game. So then you can say to a coach, which will gain you more playing time when you're asking the coach. So this scheme right here, where you got it from and what makes you think this is the best offense to run with the players that we have? And then wait for his answer. Because to me, true coaching is coaching with the talent that you have and turning it into what? A group of guys that can what? Play together at the end of the day. I think that's the most important part. And if you can't bring out the best in your players and all you want to do is run your plays, at some point that season will be rough on everybody. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, totally.
Yeah. So at Gold Stuff Unlimited, this is your first time coming to the camp. So let me ask you this. How did you hear about the camp?
Yeah, so like I had like a great mentor that's been around me for like over the last 5 or 6 years. By the name of Jason Seeley. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him.
Yes, we are.
He's very close with you guys, and I'm very close with him. And he's just seeing like how hungry I am just to get like an opportunity. Ever since like my sophomore, freshman year, just want to play at the next level. So he said this is the way to go through it. So I'm like, why not find out? So I'm here now.
Listen, let me tell you something. I like your candid answers. I like your straight to the pointness of it all. And it matters. And we talked with Mr. Seeley. We spoke with him. And, you know, Mr. Cliff has been doing this for so long. That's why I tell most guys, if Mr. Cliff put that seal of approval on you, your chances go up, right? I put that seal of approval on you, your chances go up. There's nothing guaranteed, but here's the thing. We guaranteed to put it in the hands of the people that's going to at least look at it and give us the feedback that you need, right? You need to know exactly what you need to go from this point to the next point, right? That's the goal. Like, and that's what I'm telling people. Nobody's a finished product. But if you get the right feedback and you start working on it, now you're putting yourself in a position to what? Get better. Some guys want to act like they're a complete product and they tell coaches, oh, I don't do this and I'm this kind of player and I'm this and that. You know, some guy had to come to the camp and I was like, he's coming, 6'9" guy, I ain't saying no name. And I said to him, I said, you're 6'9", man, what position you play? He said, well, I'm not one of those guys that's in the post. I said, listen, let me tell you something. We're playing positionless basketball. We get that. But don't walk away from any opportunity because you can't make adjustments, right? Yeah. Basketball is the same thing. Fundamentally sound, making basketball decisions, playing defense. You got to play D on everything. You got to guard everything. And then you got to be smart. So I told him, you got to get to the point where you're not a specialty guy. You're a basketball guy. You're a competitor. You got so many players. Where the competitors at? Right? I'm going to get on the court with 4 other guys that can play. I'm not going to what? Yo, I'm this position. No, man, I'm guarding, right? Start off by guarding guys and making basketball decisions. I don't got to play in no position, if you get what I'm saying. You want to play the one, bring it up and give it to me. What's so elaborate about you bringing past half and giving it to me? Makes no difference. So let me ask you this. What's your drive to pursue college basketball? Why? Why are you pursuing that?
I mean, like it all stems from like just growing up around it. Like as a kid,
Yeah,
like
give
as
us that
a
background. When you say
child,
grow up and around it, I want you to expound on that.
grow up around it, like I had cousins, family members that always played basketball in the neighborhood. It was just a normal thing for us to do. It was like, and my kids, my people I grew up around, like they grew up from like a little rough area, a little bit, and like it was like a way for us, to, like stay home,
Yeah,
just stay,
save yourself. That's the same like me. I was
keeping
in
our
one of
heads
the most
sane.
dangerous areas.
Yeah, keeping our heads sane. So like, we just played basketball for like us to get away from that and have a natural fun. And then when I realized how good I was at it, and then the natural love for it and the passion, determination for it, it was just up from there. And it always was, what's next? How can I get to that developed to go to like the guys like LeBron James and Kobe's and want to get in their top level? So like, how can I do that? I realized I gotta go through college, and so that's why I'm at this next level.
Yes. And our goal is to put guys together. That's what makes Golf South so special. We make the connection between the players and the coaches because there's a bunch of players, but that don't mean they're going to make the connection with the coaches. So let me ask you this, right? You heard about the camp. You're coming out to the camp. You already paid for everything. What are you looking forward from the camp?
I'm not trying to go to a camp that just says run drills, just do this type of drills. I want to learn a camp that would instill me values, instill me things that I would just take away from him. Like, oh, I'll learn something from here. Or I feel like I really got better. So I'm coming here to get better and learn a lot of knowledge because I'm a sponge. I want to learn everything that I want to know. And that's why I'm trying to get out this camp.
So let me ask you this. If you had to describe your style of play, what would it be compared to? You would say.
If I had to describe my style of play, I would say like I'm more like a Swiss Army knife. I'm very versatile. Because coming in, I didn't even have the skill set of a guard. Like I was always tall, but I used to play big. Like when I was coming up, like little league to like middle school and probably my freshman year, I didn't know how to handle the ball. So I was always like always the big guy. So the coach used to put me in a post. So that made me have
Right.
good footwork, all those things, like learn how to rebound, learn how to play grit. And then when I started like develop my athleticism and getting all that stuff and getting a little more taller and getting my handles right, and my guy Jason, he got me to playing like a guard, and I felt more comfortable. And now I just do everything that whatever the coach asked me to do. Like especially this year, I was like one of the tallest guys because we lost some height on our team from last year, so I had to play like more of like a bigger role, and I took on that head on. So yeah, that's my playing
Let me
style.
tell you something. I'm so glad we're doing this interview, all right? Because the coaches told me about you, and I didn't even know, what to expect. But I know once the coach tell me that you come into the camp, you can't come to this camp if you can't play, because you'll be at such a disadvantage if that makes sense. You don't want to be in a camp where you just can't. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, what area of your game right now you are working on that you're trying to improve? Because we all have strengths and weaknesses, and we can't lie to ourselves because we're not a finished product. And at the same time, we always trying to find a way to get ourselves better. What area of your game are you working on right now so that coaches can know that you have a sense of awareness, and you're not this arrogant guy that think he's XYZ? What area of your game are you working on right now?
What I'm really working on really is just learning like the X and O's of the game, like really knowing how to read the game at a more faster and more fast-paced level. Because I know college and high school are two different things. Come from a high school game that had no shot clock, you could spin on the ball for like 2 minutes per possession if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like you have a 30-second shot clock. Now the decisions you only got 1 or 2 seconds, if not 0.5 seconds, to make a decision on the ball. So I want to increase those type of abilities, just learning those type of things and just putting it onto the game, increasing my IQ, basically.
Let me tell you something. You said something that's very key, and it goes to show you that you're in the right environment with the people you're working with. I'm going to tell you why. Because you understand one thing that most kids don't know, making a decision in that 1.5 seconds. Now, I didn't talk to him. I didn't prep him for this. He answered that question, coaches, and you heard it yourself. Because why? Did I know he was going to say that? Of course not. Now, that decision making in 1.5 seconds, most guys don't even have an idea. You heard what I said? They don't even have an idea of how you got to have that that quick of a brain. Why? What's the difference between high school, college, and pros? Is the speed of the game, the way guys recover, right? In high school, you got to have that college speed. In college, you got to have that pro speed. So I'm already impressed by you already, just by having that as a thought process and understand where you want to be. Then you said another thing, wanting to read. I look at guys and I say, man, how can you play this game if you're not going to play it with your eyes? Playing it with your eyes is what? Understanding it, right? So now, you said read. So the coaches and the players and the people that you're around are definitely giving you the information that you need to become the player that you want to be. Now, it's on you to continue on that journey. I'm impressed with that. I'm going to move on to the next question because I don't want to hold you up all day. We got a bunch of interviews we got to do about the guys that's coming out. How did you handle adversity off the court? Give me an example.
How I
you're dealing
handle
adversity. You had to make a good decision.
All right, so like coming in high school, I wasn't like the very highly like prospect of a kid coming out of middle school to high school. So like I came from a program that was like a dynasty in Ohio, like Pickerington Central, and we had like name of guys like that played at Ohio State, like Sonny Styles, Devin Royal, just to name a few, and a couple pros that are in the game right now. So seeing those guys, it took me a lot to just be like, I can't just come in and just play varsity straight on. I had to play JV, I had to play freshman. And like how to tackle those adversities, I look over to like God, prayed about it and, stick to my craft and just working every day tirelessly from night to days in, just trying to find a way and find that little window where I can just be like, let me just shine through. And that's how I fight through adversity. And that's how I take it on.
It's funny, you got some shine. You got right behind you. You got some sun shining right now behind you. So that's the perfect way to look. You got some trying to shine through. Look at that light shining on that young man. Listen, I'm impressed with you already. I got a lot of guys that's coming to the camp already that can play, and now I feel like, wow, I'm the luckiest guy, man, just to get another guy in the building with that kind of, that moxie, that hunger. That will, that want to get it done, man. I feel overjoyed just to know that, to talk with you and you have that passion. Because, see, knowledge only goes to the passionate people, you see? And if you're passionate about playing this game and learning this game and getting the better, then the knowledge is for you to grab. You understand what I mean? But if you think you're full of yourself and you think you're the best thing since sliced bread, then you're going to wind up what? Dropping your books, or you're not going to grow in this game. You're not going to grow in this game. Now, let's talk to what school you went to. Because right now, I'm already impressed. If I was a coach, I'll take a chance on you myself. Why? Because at least I can say this, if anything, he has at least the idea of how a player needs to think in this day and age, for me personally. So let's talk about the school you went to. Let's talk also about this all-star game that you played in. I want to hear these things. Let's go. D, you can hear me? Seconds. Yeah, so let's talk about that all-star game and where you're from so these coaches can reach out to you.
All right, yeah. So once again, I'm from like the Pickerington area of like a suburb of Columbus. Where I came from is like, I'm an immigrant from Cameroon. My parents were like a first generation over here. And about that all-star game, man, I was killing. It was like,
I heard about it.
yeah.
I heard about that.
It was something. I came there something to prove because I felt like these cats were kind of like undermining me in the city. Like I wasn't getting like the love I was going for what I was doing like during the season. And I felt like I have to show these guys that like I could play. And that's why I for sure did it on the All-Star game. Like I started off kind of mellow, kind of like just finding my way through the game. I always like to let the game come to me. And then towards the second half, I just went fire. Had 18 points in under 5 minutes, and let's get hot. One thing you can expect from me is that I can shoot the ball, and also like I can use my body to get to the rim if they start playing me high enough.
Let me tell you, I looked at your film. Listen. We don't invite guys until they send some verifiable evidence. You dig? You can't just come in this camp lightweight. So I looked at you and I said, man, he's pretty big guard, man. I mean, you coming out of high school. I'm looking at your body type, man, your body size, man. Give them the specs, man. Let them know your size and what you're working with, man, because I can say it, but I'd rather you let the coaches know.
Yeah, I'm 6'4", 210. Like,
Yeah.
one thing about me, I love being in the weight room. Like, it started because I used to play a little bit of football. I tried football for a year, and ever since then, it was hard to lose that weight. And I just use it to my
No, you
advantage
need
my
that.
senior year.
Listen. When you're grinding, you're gonna need some weight to work with, man. Let me tell you something. That's very impressive,
Yeah.
man. Let's talk about some of the people in your life that helped you on this journey and some of the sacrifice that come with trying to live this dream. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, so like talking about those people in my life, I want to really first thank, God in my life because I'm a very religious person coming from a religious household. And I have very good parents. Come from a two-parent home. Now very like
Nice.
structured and really showed me like ways like how you have to sacrifice for your kids and just all about family. One thing about me, I'm a very family oriented type of person. I feel like basketball really shows that, like being towards like a family, being one team, being in unison, and having those like people on my side, like my mother, my father, like, sometimes having to leave work early or have to be late to work just to take me to my workouts in the morning or have to pick me up from my games. And then I have to sacrifice, having like going to those parties in high school, stuff like that, just to like go to a game. Like I always put basketball first
Let me tell
because
you
you know
something.
what the goal is at the end.
Let me tell you something. You got things set up in your brain and your head real nice. And my advice to you, keep working, keep grinding, keep going. And long as God is watching you, work hard. He gonna pick your day to shine. And some guys start giving up before that date. You don't know what that date is. I don't know what that date is, but the work still has to get done, right? And that's why they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. And you think about some of them guys like Derek White and all those guys and that didn't have situations. But here's the point. Why have a situation when you ain't prepared for it?
True.
You see what I'm saying to you? And that's why when I think about you and I love your energy, and I'm like, man, I'm really happy that you're coming down, man. Coming straight out of Ohio, man. I'm really happy you're going down. So look, I don't want to deny these people or these coaches an opportunity. I want y'all to see this 6'4". I would say do it all God. So let's go to video, man. I think it's time for people to see, your work, man. Let's do it.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
The North Central Ohio squad. Pull up three. Got it. Oh, resets it to Drew. Into the lane. Lay up too strong. Rebound taken out by Osang. Denzel all the way in. Euros lays it up and in. Roddy,
You look
no
too
look
big for these
pass.
guys.
Spiva. Behind the
These guys,
back
they
to
6'6",
Osang for
6'7".
three. Got it.
Yeah, I like them.
He's got all five to start the second half, and just like that,
Yeah, you look ready,
and
man.
Greg
Size
Collins
wise,
slaps the chair. Not happy. And the layup good in one. Denzel across the timeline. Stutters, takes it in, kicks it right side to Kinsley. Now back to Osang for three. He's got it. He's Bradley. Into the corner, three for Osang, and he continues. He just walked away from that shot.
Let me tell you something, my guy. All I can say is I'm glad you're coming, man. I'm glad to have you in the building. I'm glad we did the interview. I feel even better about sending you to tape. The video can't do all the talking. It can't show personality. It can't show value systems. It can't know the measurement of a man, heart, will, drive, and focus, right? So for me,
Yes,
only thing I can ask you is, do you have any questions for me? I'm satisfied. I'm impressed. And I'm looking forward to you coming in the building, man.
yeah, one question I do have for you is like,
And you can have any question you have. We are open book here.
yeah, what made you start this camp?
Well, what I'm going to say is going to cause a little bit of a ruckus, if you will. I had an AAU team for many years. Matter of fact, we used to play against Trey Young, right? We used to beat him a lot of times. He would beat us, XYZ. And I started to notice a little bit about, the single parent mother and people investing so much in AAU, hoping that most kids would get an opportunity in college. And then, a lot of times I started to realize that these young men and these parents and these mothers that's working hard and giving up all this money for every other weekend and this and that and so on and so forth, these kids need true situations. So I said to myself, and I linked up with Mr. Clifford Batiste, he's the legendary recruiter. He understands what, who I am and what my heart is about. And when I'm on, he said, yo, listen, man, we need to start doing these camps. And I said, man, I'm so ready to do these camps because he's the guy that discovered a lot of guys that's in the NBA. He helped so many African kids over the years. It's like you can't even count the amount of young men that he's, helped to get into college. So we came together. We compared our notes. We talked about the money grab and things that's not adding up and nobody have real connection. And here's one of our biggest problems we had. You could play with a coach for 4 years and he don't have one college coach phone number in his contacts. I think that's wrong, right? Like you take a young man like you that can play college basketball and then you look at your coach, he'll have you there for 4 years and won't call a coach in those 4 years. I think that's a disservice to these young men. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So in so many words, if you went to a private school, your parents is paying 20, 15, whatever it is, and the coach don't what? Even think that you're college material. Everybody's not D1. We know that. The size has changed in D1. Guy like you could play D1. You got the size. You got the height. You got to be a 6'4" guard or unbelievable guard. But there's a lot of universities. Even if you played 2 years of college basketball, got your associate's degree, and your career ended right there, will still be impressive, right? Because you gained something from all those years of playing, right? It's 350-something Division I's, 340-something Division II's, 400-something NEIAs, D3s, and over 1,000 junior colleges. So Cliff and all of us, me and Cliff and the relationships we have the ability to reach out to a lot of schools and coaches over the years and build relationships. So I made it my business to fix what I didn't like. So they say the change you want to see in the world, you need to do it. So I put on my hard hat and we got out here to what? Help these young men that have talent. I know what it's like. I lost a lot of friends when we couldn't play basketball no more. They didn't know life outside of basketball. Of course, a 6'4" guy like you, a woman gonna look at you and say, man, I could have some kids with him. I can do this and that. Then some guys, have kids, they don't have the money to take care of the kids, blah, blah, blah. They go to the streets, XYZ, they get on drugs. All of those pressures start to come. And the amount of friends I lost because of that pressure outside of basketball, and they couldn't play basketball, they didn't really know life outside of basketball, me included. So I had to learn to work for a living, had to earn for a living. You understand what I mean? And then when you don't play, it's a depression that you hit that most people don't even care about because most basketball players look strong, they tall. You think as a man, they should be fine. But a lot of these guys are sad when they're not on that court. They don't really know life outside of that. And I could cry now about the friends I lost that tried to hustle, got shot. You feel me? Guys that got on drugs because they just became a homeboy. Never did drugs until what? They stopped playing basketball. You understand what I'm saying? Died, heart attack, different, all of those kind of things that when guys like us, like yourself, this is who you are. You're a basketball player. And most of us get into coaching or doing stuff that I'm doing right now, which is coaching, and you keep that connection to the game. So my connection is from a lot of pain, my career, different things, SAT scores, Prop 48, different things, but I lost a lot of really good, pure basketball players. You understand what I mean? We lost pure basketball players because they didn't have the academics or they didn't have the connection. They found themselves around 21, 22 trying to live in a world where all they know is basketball. You know what I mean? So I want to try to be a liaison to keep that going. So maybe they'll figure out at 28 and they could be a regular guy around 28, work a job, XYZ. Because young men at that time, if they don't really know what to do with their lives, it could be really, it could be tragic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, man, look, thank you for that question. Anything else you have? Any other good questions?
As of right now, not really. It was.
Thank you, man. I think it was a great interview. I'm very impressed with you as a young man, looking to truly help you get a situation and continue to get better, man. And you're coming out for the second annual. Hopefully you'll be at the third one as well. Because we always want our return guys to keep the pressure on, keep what we building, man. We need each other. That's why we got a podcast called Go Us, and it basically saying we are nothing without the village. Right?
Yep. Totally agree.
So when you lose that guy, one of the greatest resources is the human resources. So that's why we try to make sure those young men don't fall by themselves. Let them know that the village is still here. It's still here for them. Make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah, so we're here, bro. Go you, go me, go us, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the interview, my guy D. Pleasure, man. Very impressed with you, man. I'm so God. God is so powerful, man. Just to see us connect like that and let us know we're on the right journey, man. And that's what it's about. We're gonna work. We're gonna find something for you. And I know you're gonna get a situation anyway because you have what it takes.
Yep.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
Peace out.
Go one more time. Show them a picture of you. It's my guy right there. That's him. He'll be down here. He'll be in the building. He'll be in the next cameo. So be ready. It's going down. D, smooth. One. Thank you for the interview, bro. Powerful.
Yeah,
man.
no problem.
Powerful. One love.
Yeah, one love, man.